Hey y'all, so today I have here with me a Tasmanian pattern axe head that was hafted on a Buck and Billy Ray deputy handle, and the haft came out well, but there was one thing that I'm not too thrilled about that I wanted to make a video on. One, to see if it'll work, but two, if it does work, so somebody else might be able to see this and pick something up from it. So the eye of this axe handle for this particular head and the wedge that I used, the wedge was not wide enough to fill the space in the back. Now, though it looks like it from your initial glimpse, up close and personal, you can see there's a little bit of gapping. I want to fix that. Granted, it's already hafted. There's already wood glue in place. Instead of damaging it further from here in terms of, drilling the wedge and trying to seat a new one and stuff like that, because there's already wood glue set and we've already finished it. I have the little bullets that you can use, and I have different sized ones. And I wanted to try this method. Normally I don't use these. However, in this particular case, to try and fill up the space back here, we're going to try and seat one and see if we can't close this gap back here. I don't know. We may get lucky and this may work perfect. I'm hoping we don't damage the rest of the haft, but there's only one way to find out. Again, I'm hoping this works, but let's see. I'll get set up and we'll grab our hammer and see if we can't get this thing seated in. So what I might do, honestly, is take a smaller one, punch that in front of it, and see if that also helps a little bit. And we'll see if we can't sink two of them in. Other than that, this is really nice. Now this head it's a plum tassie. It's very nice. However, it does have a cracked pole. It was welded. I don't plan on really using this axe much. This is was more so for me to get learning practice. I haven't hafted many. The head was relatively cheap. I've been interested in this pattern head. I wanted to get familiar with it because I like hanging these. And I do actually have one of my own that I do use that is also a Tasmanian style head that is also plum. This one, the haft came out a lot better. But anyways, we'll get back to it. I'm going to see if I can't sink two of these bullets real quick. All right, we're going to start with our smaller hammer. We'll start with our smaller bullet. We're going to go in the middle of the haft on this one. And we'll see if we can't get this one seated. Got that one seated. Now we're going to get our bigger one. All right. We got that one seated in. That made a big difference on the sides. So now we're going to do the bigger one in the rear right here. And we'll see if that makes a difference. If not, then, well, I hate to say it, I just messed up a haft, but I'm learning. And for those of you who have done this before and have had this experience, feel free to share how you went about it and help me learn something here. And if you haven't done it, but you're in this situation, hopefully this helps. At the bare minimum, we'll know what not to do. So we're going to keep rolling here. I'm going to grab the big one, get this seated, and go from there. Let's grab a big one. Now that I've shook everything around, I'd say that pretty well did it, to be honest with you. We actually squeezed out some of the oil up top in the back there. We do got a little bit of gap that you can see in the front. That's just from the eye itself, because if you look from back here, we're actually sealed all the way around. Wow, that's crazy. So I'd say it worked. To be honest with you, I would go swing with it. I don't know how strong the pole is from being welded or fixed, but I suppose we could go test it out if I really wanted to. I don't really care to. I more so just wanted this to hang nice. I'm gonna roll with this and say that we fixed it. So there we go. We learned something. Bucket handle, the deputy handle, is really nice. It feels really, really sturdy. If you're familiar with using your wooden handles, I'm still kind of getting used to it. I'm only on, I dare say, a year or two of being a firewood guy. About 4 years. But 4 years of being a firewood guy, probably 2 years using wood handles. We'll go with that. I started like most people did with the composite handles and the Fiskars and this and that. But anyways, solid handle. The deputy handle's nice. I have the flagship. I have experience with the flagship handle. Love that handle. That one works well with a lot of different heads. But deputy handle, pick one up, but nice and solid. Yeah, welcome along.